guys, I'm Carrie from Counselor Carrie, and today I just wanted to share a couple of quick tips for teaching mindfulness in your kindergarten lessons or with your youngest students. So I recently had a counselor reach out to me and say she was trying to teach mindfulness in kindergarten, but she wasn't getting a lot of buy-in and it was really hard to get the students' attentions and explain the activity to them. So we talked for a little bit and came up with 4 suggestions for how to integrate mindfulness into the counseling lessons. So I wanted to share those with you today. Now my first tip was to bring an animal friend. So now I use this set of mindfulness scripts, and it's 26 mindfulness scripts, and each one is a different animal. So we have the attentive alligator, we have the buzzing bee, the crouching cat, so A to Z with a different mindfulness script, all with different animals. So my suggestion was, why not bring an animal friend? Because I don't know about you, but the kindergarten students that I worked with will do just about anything to hold a stuffed animal. So the way that I present it is I tell the students, I brought along a new friend today, but he's really shy. So we need to calm the room, calm our bodies, and be very quiet so that he'll be comfortable coming out. So then I'll lead the students through a really quick breathing exercise just to calm their bodies, calm their minds, and get them into the right mindset for what we're gonna do. And at that point, I'll bring out the stuffed animal friend and I'll introduce the animal and tell them a little bit about him and what the animal likes to do in regards to his mindfulness exercise. We'll pass the animal around, everybody will get to hold him and pet him, and then we'll move into the animal exercise, the mindfulness exercise. So then I can say, so this is our giraffe friend. I will let them know today we're going to visit our Zen safari and see another mindful animal. We're going to visit the journaling giraffe today. This giraffe loves to write and draw about her feelings. And that's just how I introduce it. And they always are really excited to learn from the animal that they've just gotten to meet. And that really helps me get buy-in. Now, tip number 2 is if you feel like maybe your students don't really even understand what mindfulness is, try using some sort of explainer video or a book. So I'm a big fan of Cosmic Kids Yoga on YouTube. They have a whole mindfulness section on their YouTube channel with lots of videos to introduce the concept to your students, and they're very quick, so you won't lose your students in them, especially those kindergarten students who have very short attention spans in the beginning of the year. Now, I also have a lot of books that I like to use to introduce mindfulness to students, and I want to show you a couple of my favorites today. This one is called Breathe Like a Bear, and it has really short exercises in the book that you can do with your students. So this one's on kindness, and you can see the whole thing fits on these 2 pages. Not a lot of text. It's going to be a really short exercise, but it's perfect for introducing your students to what mindfulness is all about. Now, this is another favorite. It's called Be Still, and it's about a bee who decides that he does not want to be a busy bee like the rest of the bees in the hive, and he wants to calm his body and focus on the here and now. So he goes through a meditation. So that's a really great way to introduce your students to mindfulness as well. Now, my third tip is to get your students outside and integrate nature into your mindfulness exercise. So mindfulness is a really hard concept, even for some adults. So it's really a lofty expectation that our kindergartners will understand what we're talking about right away. So if you can integrate something concrete that they can see and feel into your mindfulness exercise, it'll really help them to understand what it's all about. So I like to go outside and have them sit firmly on the ground, feeling their bottoms or their feet going into the ground like tree roots, and you can describe what you're seeing around you in your area. Have them feel the warm sun on their face, notice the breeze that's blowing on them. So it's really just helping them tune in to what's happening around them in the moment. And that's what mindfulness is all about. Now, lastly, the 4th tip is to consider your timing. So our kindergarteners have a lot on their plate, and we have a lot of expectations for them in school. If you're going into the classroom right before they're expecting to go out to recess, it's going to be really hard to do some sort of activity where you're winding them down and having them focus in a calm way. So my suggestion for your mindfulness lessons is to go maybe at a time when they tend to have lower energy anyway. So maybe right after lunch, they have their bellies full, or at the end of the day when they're really tired from everything that they've accomplished all day long. So just consider your timing and always keep it short with kindergarten. I don't think lessons should be any more than 30 minutes, and even that's a lot for kindergarten. And keep your mindfulness exercise to around 5 minutes. Maybe at the end of the year they can move up to maybe a 10-minute exercise, but keep it short. That's what we need for kindergarten. All right, thanks for tuning in today. I hope this will help you to spark student growth with your students.